All right, here we are in probably the main area in which we stay in South Sudan. And if you remember, I said earlier that CIDA had come and built a number of women's centers a couple of years ago. Major thing, along with water towers. But here you'll see the sign for it, which is great. We partnered with the International Organization for Migration, along with CIDA and ourselves. And then from that point, they came and they built these buildings. And as you can see, they're pretty impressive for around here. And the women love it. There's all sorts of things that go on here, and they really get into it and are really happy for a place of their own. It might be hard for you to see, but this is one of the classrooms in the Women's Center. They're learning all sorts of things about health and crafts. And this is just a typical sized room. I think there's about 8 of these classrooms here. And then you come outside, and they're so happy with us coming that they're going to put on a show for us tonight. That's pretty great. So what you see there is a grinding mill. It's got a generator in it. This is all part of the CIDA contribution towards this women's center. And what they do is they grind grain and everything, and then they sell it in the markets to help some of the women to raise funds for their families. And then if you come over here, you can see that they're tilling the ground and doing things. They're also making bricks there. That's the latrines. And then when you look at this place, that's a house that CIDA built. It's a guest house. And it's part of the program, and what they will do is that the women will rent it out to somebody who's here, and that's just another way for them to make some funds for their project. So it's kind of self-sustaining. It's really great. It's the first time I had seen the house, and I think it's a really great idea. Now this is an oven that's part of the CIDA Center, Women's Center, and this is where they cook bread and bake bread and other things, and then they take it all to market. That's part of the self-sustaining of it. The women are able to sell things and keep the money for their family, but they're also able to, at that point, then turn some of it back into the Women's Center. If you look through here, we'll do what we did before. That's how people lived over the centuries. And then all of a sudden, just within the last few years, they've been able to come to this. A guest house, a women's center, a grinding mill off in the distance. You can barely hear the generator. But I just think it's wonderful, and I think of people like Bevoda and CIDA within the Canadian government who were kind enough a couple of years ago to build these. There's now 9 of them in the area. They're already being overused, but it's a wonderful thing to see it. And in this region, which has been so denied, the ability to actually show people permanent buildings and the ability of these women to go ahead and have these courses and to sell these products and also to rent out the guest house is a remarkable thing, something they never thought that they would get in their lifetimes. So in addition to the latrines that you had seen earlier, here we have a borehole that's been turned into a well, which the whole community uses. It's not just part of the Women's Center, although it belongs to the Women's Center. They share it with the entire community, which is great. And then over here, here's the generator. Now with this generator, they get all sorts of grains from the area and they grind them in this mill. It also runs compressors that put in freezers. And so from this, they sell coal products like pop and things like that. So it's a way that they make money.
Malidene kauma aunisu Ikera fa wafa Sukura barotu masera au fe baroni negeyena mani dene ki ma inisu inisuro baru ikera fa wo fa ne bife sukora baro tu masira ife kumani negeyena